Greece's left-wing government has drawn up a 10-point plan to replace 30% of its massive bailout deal, reports say. Greece will present the plan to eurozone finance ministers at a special meeting on Wednesday. But EU officials say a new deal is unlikely this week. German Finance Minister Wolfgang Schaeuble says Greece must not renege on the bailout conditions. The EU-IMF bailout for debt-laden Greece expires on February 28 and Athens does not want it extended. The new Syriza government in Athens says the bailout conditions, sweeping public spending cuts and job losses, have impoverished Greece. It rejects the troika team, the EU, International Monetary Fund, IMF, and European Central Bank, ECB, overseeing implementation of the Euro 240 BN, pound 182 BN, bailout. The stakes are high because of fears that a Greek debt default could push it out of the euro, triggering turmoil in the EU. The new 10-point plan includes bond swaps to reduce Greece's debt mountain and a proposal to make the primary budget surplus target for this year 1.49% of GDP instead of the 3% demanded by its creditors, a Greek finance ministry source said. The primary surplus is the surplus before interest payments are included. The BBC's Chris Morris in Athens has been told that some elements of the plan will show continuity with the bailout program. A source, who declined to be named, said the government was committed to reducing the debt burden, but it was considering various ways of doing that, of which debt swaps is just one. It is also committed to increasing social spending to deal with Greece's humanitarian crisis, the source said. The government has spoken of reaching a bridge agreement with the EU and the IMF, credible enough for the ECB to continue lending to Greece, in order to prevent the country running out of money. Greece's debt currently stands at more than Euro 320 BN, pound 237 BN, about 174% of its economic output, GDP. An EU spokeswoman, quoted by Reuters news agency, said, "We have low expectations that any final agreement will be tomorrow in Brussels or at the EU summit scheduled for Thursday. There are hopes, however, that a deal might be reached when eurozone finance ministers meet on Monday." Last month's election of an anti-austerity government led by left-wing Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras has raised fears that Greece could leave the euro. Greece's Foreign Minister Nikolaos Kotzias is to visit Moscow on Wednesday. Syriza's election has led to suggestions that Greece could forge closer ties with Russia, although Greek officials have downplayed the idea. The Greek Defense Minister, Panos Kominas, said Greece might seek funding from Russia, China, or the US if it failed to reach a new debt agreement with the eurozone.